It's been a while, and I have returned with the Sega Genesis Classics. Now, what is this? Over 50 Sega Genesis games with this slick, crispy interface. Look at this. This is like the dream child room of like the 90s. You got your extras. You want to do challenges? You can go right ahead and pick a challenge. You want some trophies? Boom, right here. I even got a few of them. You want online multiplayer? Boom. You want console settings? You want to change the emulator? You want to be a retard and blur the sprites together because you're fucking stupid and you think that looks good? Go right on ahead. Look, 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 look. You got TV projection. You got border art. Boom. Oh, you want the Streets of Rage buildings as your borders? Go right on ahead, man. Look at that. Look at that. They got the cup design from the fucking 90s. You know that cup design? You could have that as your border. But I'm a little boring, man, and I prefer the black borders. You got your audio settings right here. Look at that. That's cool. And I'd kill to have that Altered Beast poster. You got your hide room labels and time of day. But most importantly, you got the games, and you got some golden stuff there. You got Alien Soldier. That game wasn't released in America, and it's right there for you to play. You had to have a Sega Channel subscription just to play that shit in America. Oh, what's that? You want to play some Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? Right there. That's actually my favorite version of Puyo Pop. How about some, oh, I want to play Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Unfortunately, that's not on the collection because, well, it turns out Michael Jackson actually did do the songs for Sonic 3, some of them, and Ice Cap Zone's theme song is actually an unused 1970s pop song by the band The Jetsons. Jetsons with a Z. It's called Hard Times, by the way. So, Sonic 3 is out, but Sonic and Knuckles shouldn't be out. Because they could have had Sonic, Knuckles and Sonic 2, Blue Sphere, but they did what they did. You could play Sonic 3D Blast, though. Or Sonic Spinball, which is just okay. At least you got Sonic 2. You also have some really good stuff like all the Phantasy Star games. Except Phantasy Star 1, which would have been a simple unlock. They could have just animated the Master System converter being used in the Genesis. But they didn't. But you do have Phantasy Star 2, which I never got into. 3, which is kind of okay. And 4, which is actually really good. But if that's not your style of game, how about Streets of Rage? I love those games. Streets of Rage 1 is pretty good. Streets of Rage 2 is fucking awesome. And Streets of Rage 3 was... doesn't have the best Yuzo Koshiro music and is actually poorly translated. But, oh, what's this? Region L3? Boom! You can play the Japanese version of Streets of Rage 3, which also has a secret unlockable character called Ash, who's just a big gay guy. Yeah, back in the 90s, they were actually trying to take away gay representation. Now they're forcing it into everything. Oh, well, Super Thunderblade. You got Galaxy Force 2, which you can get on the 3DS, actually. It's better. Where's Echo, actually? Ah, fuck Echo. You know what they got in this collection? Toe Jam and Earl, and Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron, yeah. Sword of Vermilion, fuck yeah. Shining Force, Shining in the Darkness, fuck yeah. I wanna come. Oh, you done with treasure games? Fuck no. You got Gunstar Heroes right there, and just down here you got fucking Light Crusader. Surprisingly good action RPG. Oh, you want more action RPGs? Beyond Oasis. Boom! Oh, you want to play as Thieves? Bonanza Brothers. You want more Japanese-American differences? Dynamite Heady. The Japanese version actually has a lot of differences from the American versions, including level names, boss designs, and several other things. Oh, you want to play some multiplayer games? Crackdown. You got your Columns 3, which is actually really good. What's this? Revenge of Shinobi? They never really released that. Because a lot of the bosses are actually copywritten characters and they had to scrub that game clean. But it's here right now. Look at this. Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. I actually like that one better. What's this? Virtual Fighter 2? I didn't even know. Look at that. Boom! Popped in. That beautiful blue Sega logo. That is my childhood right there. Virtual Fighter 2 Genesis, 1996. Oh yeah, let's play some Virtual Fighter. This seems more like Virtual Fighter 1.
Ready, go!
Well, it's a Virtual Fighter game, just in 2D, and honestly, it's not bad. Not bad at all. A little slow, yeah, it's not as fast as, say, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, but it is a Virtual Fighter game. But I'm done playing this. Hold the little pressure pad. I can save the game, I can load it, I can go full screen, I can play it, or pop that shit right out of the game, and I can put in, what do I want to play? How about some Space Harrier 2? I didn't even know about that. Actually, I did. That beautiful logo, that all-encompassing childhood logo. I want to rewind that logo. What do? Oh, what's this? What's happening? Boom. Rewind. In case you fuck up. Look at that. Just rewind it. Just rewind that. Just rewind that and you're back. You could fast forward that stuff too. Play the game on super hard mode. Could you imagine playing Alien Soldier like this? Whew. What's this game play like? Stunner. Oh, we're in the Stunner area. Yeah. And no. This game is laggy. Oh, I don't want to look at this game anymore. Boom. Boom. Pap. Gone. One problem I have, though, is the lack of consistency with the cartridges. Comic Zone should have a red cartridge. Sonic 3D Blast cartridge screen, game cover, does not look like that. They just kind of went like generic, and it makes it feel cheap. Like, I love having this games in here, but the lack of detail just doesn't stick out. Also, one thing I don't like is the lack of bonus features. Yeah, you have extra challenges, you have trophies to get, but Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection also had little bios, tips, and hints that you could look at while playing the game. You could look at the box art, you could look at the cartridge art, you could even read little tidbits and trivia about the game. Like, did you know that Phantasy Star 4 cost over $100 when it came to America? That's fucking insane. But it doesn't have that. And it kind of just all looks uniform and dull. They used the original release Genesis box, which looked nice for stuff like Altered Beast and Sonic 1, I guess, but I'm used to seeing that red box art for the Comic Zone game. And some of these games actually had cardboard boxes, like Vector Man right here. So it just doesn't seem like an actual Sega Genesis collection, but just options in a menu. And if they're going for a kid's actual room, I would like the cover art to kind of focus on that. But fuck that, we can play some eSWAT. Oh yeah. Part man, part machine, all act. Ooh. Alright, so this is a RoboCop clone. Back when games looked like this, am I right? Now I'll be going more in depth in these games later on, because all throughout June I'll be doing reviews of different Sega games, especially the ones I fondly remember growing up, like Sonic 2 or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, or the ones I love now like Alien Soldier. So that's something to look forward to, because June was also the month I was born in, and I'll kind of want to celebrate my childhood. And one of the things that was big with my childhood was Sega Genesis games. So you can expect a lot of reviews of these, like Ristar, in the coming month. But for a game, this is really good. For $30, you get over 50 games with some glaring omissions. Where's Echo? Where's Echo the Dolphin 1, 2, or Junior? Honestly, though, Echo is a good game, but I'd rather have Alien Soldier. I'd rather have Land Stalker. Honestly, I could have traded Space Harrier 2 for Echo. So let's end this game review on one of the shining examples of the Genesis, columns. Also, they could have put the cartridge art on the cartridge. Yay, columns. Oh boy. This is literally boredom in a Sega Genesis cartridge. The only reason I'm putting this game in this review is so I don't have to review it myself. I do not like this game. When I had the Sega 6-pack, which was a Sega Genesis cartridge full of 6 games, I felt ripped off and dirty having this game in there. It was among the likes of Streets of Rage 1, Sonic 1, Super Hang-On, Super Monaco GP, Revenge of Shinobi, and then this. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck this. This game sucks. But the Sega Genesis collection, it does not suck. Go out and get it now. It's well worth your $30. And there'll be more Sega Genesis reviews in the month of June.